Oh, hail, hail Caesar, hail Cesar. Cesár Sampson will sing for Austria at Eurovision 2018. Should we talk about him?
Let's do this.
You guys, apologies. He was revealed as Austria's Eurovision act way back on December 5th. But that day there was a lot of news. The Albania songs came out. Emma had won the wild card in San Marino. Spain had confirmed that OT was their selection method. So things got busy. I got the flu. You guys were busy working. But we are back and we are ready to assess the situation. Robin, why don't you kick us off and talk about 34-year-old Cesar?
I'm quite excited about him because of his previous experience with Bulgaria. He was a backing singer for Polly in 2016 and for Kristen in 2017, just this past year. And he seemed to have a lot of performance experience, and he's also involved with the same, I think, songwriting team that wrote If Love Was a Crime and Beautiful Mess. So he's got a lot of experience, and I think a good idea of what makes for a good Eurovision performance. From what I've seen of him on videos, he is a good performer. So it's all a lot of really good, promising things. And I think Austria they've chosen well. He's as good as any for them. So it'll be really interesting to see what kind of song he comes up with.
Yeah, it's an unusual choice in a way because, like you were saying, he's got a lot of experience, but at the same time, he's virtually an unknown name that when he was announced, nobody knew who he was. Because obviously he was the backing singers for Bulgaria. We were told that, but we didn't even see them with Christian. And when back in 2016, Paulie was obviously the centre of attention. But it's kind of hard to assess what he'll be like and what his style will be like because he doesn't have any kind of music of his own. All the performances that are on YouTube are of him at concerts or live performances. I couldn't find any studio versions. And he seems to be kind of a singer that he does the Austrian Dancing with the Stars. He's part of their in-house band. And it's hard to tell. He's very musical theatre. I've seen some things of him and he sounds more like John Legend, and then other times he's more like Sam Smith. Then obviously when he was with Polly Genova, he was more pop. So it's hard to know what he will be. But the team behind him, judging by what they've given us in recent years, it will be kind of modern, slick electro pop, because if you think Macedonia, Serbia, Bulgaria 2017 and Bulgaria 2016, they were all that kind of genres. But yeah, it's a hard one to call.
And we should point out, we are talking about the Symphonics, Boris Milanov, a friend of wiwibloggs. Hello, Boris. He is skilled, and he's actually chosen to work with the lovely Cesar as part of the team. I think Cesar helped with production, actually, of those tracks as well. So he's not just a singer. He knows what goes on behind the scenes. So this will help him choose a song that's best for him. He's not just an artist being given something and said, perform. He will be involved. And that makes me really excited because he's not just the singer, he's the musician, he's the artist. Cesar is rhythm. Cesar is art. Cesar is life. He's very handsome. Let's not avoid the obvious. He's very good looking. He's done some modeling work. He's only on stage with Paula Genova for a few seconds at the end, but my eyes go right to him. Yes, they do. He's very confident. He stands his ground. There's some kind of church advertisement or video. I'm sure you've seen it. I don't have the name right before me, but he's wearing kind of dramatic makeup, and he's on this stage, and he's really owning that video. It's very dramatic. What I'm trying to say is he's very comfortable. You see that in the radio interview where he sang, when ORF announced him, he sings Conchita Wurst Rise Like a Phoenix, a snippet, and also Euphoria, giving these female songs a masculine edge. It's all working for me. I mean, there wasn't a lot of hype that day just because there was so much Eurovision news, and I think Euro fans were distracted, and so it was unfortunate timing in that sense. But now that I've reviewed his material, I'm really quite feeling it. And also, not to keep talking and talking and talking, he's a complete person. Because when he was in his 20s, he went off and did physical therapy, I think, with disabled people and handicapped people. He's like done other things besides just music, so he's not going to be narrow. Sometimes you get very young performers and all they've ever done is sing, which is great. But it's always nice when the person has lived, when the person has loved, because he can put that experience into his song, Nobody But You. I believe they confirmed that title.
The thing that I'm really interested in is how backing singers do when they end up going to Eurovision as a main performer. We saw that with Emery last year, and who was Serbia?
Tiana
from Serbia. A lot of people, they make really good backing singers, but when they actually come to perform on their own, there's just something missing. They haven't quite got that. They'll have a nice voice, but they won't have that commanding stage presence, that star factor, the X factor that makes for a really good Eurovision performance. But I think Cesár does have that. I think he is a very confident performer, and the fact that he hasn't been this like a big star up to this point, it doesn't seem like from lack of trying. It just seems like it's just not where he's been at his career at this point. So I think he'll be a good leading man, basically.
What I'm excited about is that there seems to be a trend now that most of the acts that have been announced so far are going to be heavily involved with the production and the creation of their song. Because obviously Cesár is part of that kind of symphonic team. Then we've Sara Alto off recording songs with the family in Sweden and God knows who else in Norway and all over the Scandinavian countries. Senik in Belgium, she's well known for writing her own songs. Waylon has written his own songs in the past. Isel strikes me as the kind who would write her own songs, and she's been hobnobbing it with Russian gurus like Philip Kirkorov. And who else has been announced? Yeah, everyone.
Jessica Malboy from Australia, she's going to be involved with her own song.
Yeah, like it's not like a kind of... often at Eurovision you have talented singers and they're just given a song and they're not happy with the song and they perform it, but it's not natural, it's not a good fit to them, it's not authentic.
It's bad.
Every singer's... Yeah. well, yes. But but every singer this year now, it's their own song, it's their own baby. And if it's bad, it's their own fault.
Too true, too true. We should mention a quote from Eberhard Forscher. He, of course, is the head juror, I believe, in Austria. Speaking of Cesár, he says, with his dark, soulful voice and a background that lies equally in classic gospel as it does in modern electric pop, he has all the necessary tools to possibly become a standout in this competition. He is the complete package, honey. We didn't say the honey part. But look, the point is, Cesár can work the spectrum. He actually covered that Desiree song from Romeo and Juliet in an ORF, Kissing You, in an ORF video report, and it's very soulful. Like, he sounds like Desiree, but a dude. And I'm loving how he's this musical chameleon.
I could stand 1,000 tries. The strong will never fall.
I hope he goes for the electronic kind of electro pop just because it's so in right now. But whatever he does, I have a strong feeling he's going to use those biceps and triceps to grab hold of it and take control. In any case, that's what we think. What do you think? Are you excited about Cesár? Are you hailing Caesar? Do you like a Caesar salad? Let us know here on wiwibloggs.
Make sure to subscribe, and if you've already subscribed, hit the bell button.
And why don't give us a thumbs up?
We'll see you later. Tschüss, bis später. Bye.
Bye.